You are listening to a Dynamicworksproductions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show.
What's going on, everybody? I'm a human in transit across the country that is known as the United States of America. Except for Ohio. Fuck Ohio. I'm never going back to Ohio. Fuck that place. Fuck their tolls. I'm your host, as always, calling in to my own show, MK Trotter. Joining me, as always, from a stationary, non-moving death trap. The one, the only, the unburntiest of Foos, Nate Foo.
Why, hello there, Mr. Traveling Man.
Hi. Yeah. So what's new? Here you had some fires. I'm traveling, potentially dying from cat allergies. Dunkin' Donuts in front of me, and I'm recording this via AirPods on a cell phone connection and a field recorder that we don't know how long the battery is going to last, or the SD card.
If this is the audio quality you guys get, blame Tim. It's his fault.
What?
What do you mean, what?
I mean, what? I didn't hear what you said.
Blame Tim, folks.
Listen. I am in transit.
I know.
So
that's all I was saying. Is if for some reason your jank ass setup doesn't work, and this is the audio quality we get.
Oh yeah. Nope, that's true. That's very true.
So
okay.
Did you happen to bring the ring with you on this trip?
No, I did not happen to bring the ring with me on the trip. So you will have to figure out some shenanigans. Yep.
The trusty dice.
Trusty dice, indeed. There you go.
Let's see. Where
figure
is
out that shit somehow?
My D4. All right, we'll
Bruh.
just go. We will go
He's working on it.
We will do top to bottom, 1 through 4. So, however they end up in the Discord.
Nice. Are we doing that, or are we excluding? Are we excluding stuff? Because the last time we just did one topic, didn't we?
Okay, so we can omit video games. So, top 3.
Well, but man, do we want to with what was announced on Thursday? I don't know.
Well, it didn't land on video games anyways. It landed on life.
Okay.
Ironically enough.
Fuck.
And appropriately enough.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're doing life. So, well, Nate, you have not been consumed by the LA fires.
No, nor have I even been close. And I appreciate everyone that has reached out and kept tabs on me and asked if I was doing okay.
Yeah.
I did send a couple of maps out basically detailing where the fires were and where I was, and then realized in my folly that if you don't understand the scale of the map, it looks like I'm on fire.
What was that about being on fire?
I said that the map that I sent to a lot of people that asked
Oh,
if I
yeah.
was okay. If you don't know the scale of the map, it looked like I was on fire.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. It did.
So.
But it's also, because I know LA, it's very dense
Right.
over there.
But no.
That's the other thing.
The closest one to me was probably about 7 miles away north, over 2 mountains and a few freeways, and they basically got everything knocked down at this point. The air is returning to normal.
Okay. So it's returning to normal already? That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I can actually look out and see blue skies again. It's been a nice change.
Are all the fires put out?
What was that, sir?
Are all the fires put out?
No, but most of them are either pushing or over the 50% containment line. So, which in terms of
50% containment line, okay, solid.
Yeah, that's solid, especially out here. 50% containment is basically they've stopped everything from going forward, and they're just at this point they're letting it burn where it's going to burn, where it makes no sense to try to. You can't get trucks where it's going to burn, and there's nothing in the way of where it's burning. So,
sweet.
Yes. So, we will return to normalcy until, of course, I think it's next Monday. We have another wind event coming up.
Compression. You have another fire coming up on Monday?
Wind event.
Oh, wind event.
Yeah.
Okay.
More of the Santa Anas, which your wife
How
can
fast
probably
is it?
tell you all about.
How fast is it supposed to be this time?
Oh, they're going to be normal Santa Ana, so you're 50, 60 mile an hours.
That's normal?
Yes. Again.
Nate, you gotta move.
No, ask your wife about it. It's the Santa Anas. It's a thing. Like, that's nothing.
That's fucking stupid. 50, 60 mile an hour winds is normal. My ass.
Oh, okay,
You don't
Mr.
live in Kansas?
Yeah, okay, Mr. Torrential downpour. Most of the year.
Listen, having been through a couple of states now on this journey, on technically day 2 of the road trip, but this is day 4 of the travel.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today's Saturday.
Yeah, day 4 of the travel.
Okay.
In total. I got it right. Yeah. And for those who hear whichever audio in the background actually gets edited on this, because we don't know, you may hear Daniel, and you may not. Depends on which audio makes it in the final.
Okay. As of current, as of current, I cannot outside of the ooh-woos there.
Yep. He said he heard the last woo. Everything before. Oh, woo! I assume you heard that.
No, I did not.
Oh, we didn't hear it at all.
Nope.
Dang. Stop making it. There's a red light coming up, Daniel. Slow down. Jesus.
Oh, is Daniel trying to add some personality and texture to the podcast?
You bet.
Stop telling him how to drive.
You bet your ass he is, Nate. It's very upsetting.
As long as he keeps the truck on the road,
You're
good.
upsetting, Daniel.
Sorry.
Well, that's good. That's good about the fires and the wind, and well, I mean, not good about more wind, but it's good about the fires.
Yeah.
Until the wind makes it
Yeah.
a problem again.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to be able to breathe again without, horking up charcoal and ash and ugh. Like both me and the kid ended up coming down with the flu. I don't know that they're related, but it was
It's
just
probably related.
just another
rough.
shit stick on top of what we're already not breathing well.
A
Oh,
shit
here's
stick.
the flu. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's an interesting term for it. Shit stick. Okay.
yeah.
Solid. So you, because I talked to you a little bit last weekend, and we had thought about doing a podcast, but then you didn't want to risk losing power. Yeah.
Yes.
And you did indeed lose power.
Yes.
almost immediately after you said it, I believe.
Yes, because
And then
I had spoken. I spoke about the shutout while the shutout was going on, and anyone that knows sports
Right.
ball understands that reference. So, no sooner than I sent him a message that says, "I'm not going to toy with the gods because there are no fires near me, and I don't have any issues with my power." A fire broke out less than 2 miles north of me and knocked out my power.
That's crazy.
Right?
But hey, at least you're okay, and you still got your house and whatnot.
Yep.
Are your roads all fucked up around here?
Oh no.
No?
No, fire we can do. Fire we're used to. It's rain we can't handle.
Oh, fire's normal.
Yeah.
It's rain. It's the scary weather element.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Only in California.
Yeah, right. Apparently. Well, we did our straight from SeaTac to Dulles Airport flight. We actually we were there an hour early because they had a strong tailwind. And that was interesting because, so my wife's never been outside of, Washington, Oregon, or California. So
Right.
she was, thinking, she took, 3 seasons of TV shows on her iPad and shit. And I'm like, honey, the flight's going to be, 5 hours.
Right.
She's like, what do you mean? We're going across country. And I was like,
Yeah. In an
if
airplane.
it's nonstop, it takes no time.
Right.
Like if we were doing crazy transfers and red eyes, yeah, it'd take 12 fucking 20 plus hours. I was like, but we're not doing that because that's dumb. She's like, well, I don't understand. And I was like, we're going to be in the air and we're going to be flying really fast. Remember how fast we flew to Disneyland? She's like, yeah, it was a couple of hours. And I was like, yes, because we're going south and California is extraordinarily large.
Right.
You should know that being a Californian. And she's like, yeah, but we're going to cross all the states. And I said, well, kind of, but we're going straight. Probably even going to go over Canada a little bit, which 100% is what happened. And so when we arrived an hour early, she was like, I still don't understand. And then, interestingly enough, we're apparently allowed to have our GPSs on the flight we were on.
Mm-hmm.
So I tracked our fucking speed the whole fucking time. And I was like, well, when you're flying at 330,000 feet with 560 plus miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
you go across the country pretty fucking fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing how that works, especially when you have the Earth
Yeah.
turning underneath you.
Yeah, exactly. So that was good. We had, thankfully, we had pre-ordered some food on the flight. Because I guess on this airline, that's how they do it now. You pre-order food, otherwise you just get your air pretzels or whatever the hell. But we had ordered carnitas, which sounded good at the time. And we were like, oh man, are we going to regret this? And I got to tell you, Nate, those are some of the best fucking carnitas I've ever had.
Right?
They were so good. We were like, what in the hell? How is this so good? This came out of a tray, presumably from some kind of hot box in the back of the fucking airplane.
I will say this. Having flown many times in my life, there was a point where aircraft cuisine was the meme that it was. And then it got bad.
Oh, yes.
And now it's
I remember those days.
gotten now they charge way too damn much for it, but now it's like, okay, I kind of get why I'm paying $24 for a plate of 2 tacos.
Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty good. It was super solid. Ironically, only because I'm making that comparison because I'm in the middle of some late-ass weird cross-country breakfast. I have we've talked many times on this show about my love for Dunkin' Donuts. And I have indeed had Dunkin' Donuts every single fucking day that I've been back east here. And it's fucking glorious, I tell you, Nate. It's glorious. They got this brisket fucking bowl. It's tasty as shit.
Is this a back east thing? Because I have never seen a brisket bowl at the Dunkin' Donuts out here.
I don't know if it's a back east thing. If you have Dunkin' Donuts there, maybe you should roll by and try it.
I've been to Dunkin'
I got,
Donuts. I don't think well, you know what? I don't know that I've ever looked to see if they have brisket bowls at Dunkin' Donuts. The two just don't equate to me.
You know, I said the same thing when I looked at the menu, and I went, you know what? Sure, why not?
Yeah, I guess when they
And,
rebranded to just Dunkin' and took the donuts out of the name.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they have like a comical amount of sandwiches, wraps, croissant thingies,
Well, good for them.
and
Good for them for branching out.
breakfast
And not
options.
just being donuts, because there's a lot of places, especially out
Yeah.
here, plenty of crime fronts operating out of donut shops,
Yeah. Well, my place too,
right?
because we don't have franchise donuts unless you count Krispy Kreme.
Right?
So
Anytime you see a donut shop next to a laundromat, there's probably and a dry cleaner, there's probably a crime front going on there.
Yep.
Oh, and a nail salon. A nail
Many
salon.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't so much have those in our state. I'm sure they exist somewhere.
Or what's the other one? The cheap massage.
Yeah, the cheap shots. So there you
So
go. Yeah. So Dunkin' Donuts still great. I think their donuts are a little less quality than what I remember, but the dough of them is still
Because they're so focused on making fucking everything
good.
else now.
right.
And
They-
but yeah, no. Kudos to
they've
the
gone
fact that you can go to a place and they can give you a cup full of bacon, just straight up fucking bacon. I'm like, you know what? This place is all right. Candied maple bacon? Are you kidding me? Let's go.
Sounds like a winner in my book.
Totally okay. Oh yeah, it is. It's delicious, and it doesn't even taste like I don't know, fast food bacon, like some fucking shit that came off the factory belts in Hormel.
Okay.
So it's good stuff. Tastes like real bacon. Kudos, Duncan. Kudos. But the rest of the trip has been much adversity. Much adversity. As I turn looking at Daniel, who's presently driving. And he's like, none of it's my fault.
Oh, did he
I've always talked shit about Ohio. I don't know what to tell you.
Go ahead, Nate.
did he pick a fight with the wife on a road trip?
No, but he sure shit started one last night. But it's okay. We're not going to go into that.
Okay.
It is handled as of present.
I'm in a neighborhood.
Right.
What can I say?
Hence them being in a different car than you.
No, that was always the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So our car setup is we're in Daniel's car. Daniel's driving, and then I'm passenger, and then we swap when he's tired.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel has his dog Star behind her. I'm sorry, Star. I didn't mean to wake you.
Way to go.
I didn't mean Star.
Acknowledgement.
God damn it. Who's a lovely girl dog of how many different breeds? All of them? All of the breeds.
Okay.
She's labeled as a hound mix, but we're pretty sure she's just
Hound mix.
pretty sure she's a pit bull Swiss Mountain Dog mix.
Pit bull Swiss Mountain Dog mix. Something.
Okay. So the muddiest of mutts.
Yes, the muddiest of mutts. 100%. But she's nice. She's a nice dog. She shows her affection by intense licking.
Yes.
Like just all of the licking, all of the time. And then, yeah, so yesterday we had dog, and then we had his daughter Emily, who was a terror, to put it mildly. And
Is that a bear?
then is there
Is that a cow?
do you see a bear? Where's the bear?
That's
Over
a bush.
there?
That's a bush.
That's neither animal, it's a bush, Daniel.
That's a bush.
Good
It
job.
looked like it was moving.
Good job, Daniel.
It looked like it was moving.
It's not moving at all.
There's a bear in the bush.
Guys, we just passed South Bend, or we're about to pass South Bend, Indianapolis. Is where
Okay.
we're at now.
Indianapolis is a city.
Well, yeah,
We're in Indiana.
but we're about to pass South Bend, Indianapolis because it said 1 mile on the fucking sign, Daniel. So it's not incorrect for me to say that. You twat. All right. Yeah, yesterday was rough. So in the other car is Daniel's wife and my wife, and his wife's 2 cats. I'm allergic to cats, and typically when I deal with cats, it's just Benadryl, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But in hindsight, I haven't been around cats this much, and I'm dying. I'm dying internally. Things are falling apart. I feel less than human, and it's not great.
No.
It's not great.
No.
So in my desperation, at one of our gas stops yesterday, I pounded some Mucinex and some Dayquil on an empty stomach, which turned out to be a horrendous mistake. And much voiding of my orifices did ensue across many more stops after that. I've recovered a little bit since last night, and yeah, it's been a time. It's been a time, Nate.
Tim, remind me not to do any road trips with you, because you make bad choices.
Listen, if I was in charge of the road trip, choices would have been made differently. However, Daniel's in charge of the road trip, so we're doing whatever the fuck Daniel wants to do.
What fucking choices would you have made differently?
I would have made so many different choices.
Yeah, like what?
All of them.
I'm listening. We literally made this road trip as easy as fucking possible.
Okay.
Fuck you.
I feel like I've hit a nerve. He's very angry at me now.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay,
when
on
you're
top
stuck
of
in a
that-
car with someone that long.
You and your wife couldn't take off work as long as Sarah and I can.
True.
So, this is literally as good as this road trip's getting. You fuck.
Okay.
Nate, call him a fuck.
Did you get any of that, Dave?
Barely.
Okay.
Did he get the part where I told him to call you a fuck?
Yes.
Okay, did he do it?
No.
Damn it!
Tim, you're a fuck.
Yes. Yeah. No, I got it.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Fucking
That's all I gleaned from that side of the
You
conversation.
fucking came.
Yeah. Anyways.
You would have flown like a real man.
So yeah. So we have many more days of this, Nate, and it's gonna be a time.
You get to stop at my truck stop today.
It's gonna be a time. Apparently, Daniel's excited because we're stopping at. What are we stopping at?
I-80 truck stop, the world's largest truck stop.
The I-80 truck stop, which is the world's largest truck stop, apparently.
Okay.
They have a chiropractor,
They apparently have chiropractors,
a movie theater, a
and
dentist.
movie theaters, and dentists, and all kinds of shit there.
Yeah, for the truckers.
The truckers.
There's also
I've been
Which I guess makes sense.
I have been told by many a person that if you find a Buc-ee's, stop
It does
there.
make sense, but I feel like going to the dentist at a truck stop.
Yeah,
is very
I've heard
weird.
about Buc-ee's too. I don't think we are in a position to see said Buc-ee's.
No, you'll probably
Buc-ee's.
see
Don't be no
them.
Buc-ee's.
Are we seeing any Buc-ee's?
No, I just told you there's no Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is south.
Yeah,
not
no
north.
Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is south of our road trip plan.
When you get into Utah, you'll probably see Buc-ee's.
Are we going through Utah?
No.
No, we're not going through Utah.
If we would, it'd be like the northeastern fucking tip of Utah.
Yeah, he's saying if we are through Utah, it'll be for like 2 nanoseconds on the
it'd be very
tip.
short.
We're just gonna kiss it and leave it.
Cool. Well, you might find a Buc-ee's there.
Yeah, maybe.
And if you do, report, because I've heard.
Because there was fucking wildfires everywhere. It was covered in
So
fucking
I've heard from my father-in-law. He like brings this stuff back from Buc-ee's when he goes back for his training at like Quantico or wherever the hell.
Right.
So yeah, no, I've heard of the Buc-ee's and I've seen the pictures of Buc-ee's. So
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Daniel says it's not all it's cracked up to be.
I don't think it is.
He thinks
Sure.
it is a rube, a sham,
No, I just...
No,
a
it's
charlatan.
it's
amongst
it's like
gas
Cracker
stops.
Barrel. It's you know it's like In and Out.
didn't say that.
See, and I've never been to a Cracker Barrel, although I sure should have seen quite a few Cracker Barrels in passing here. So that is a thing.
Cracker Barrel is like
as
the
much
epitome of
ire as I
old
might
white
bring
American
from my
food.
other
Yeah, I've heard
California brethren. Yeah, In and Out is,
Store's
you
cool,
know,
though.
it's
Cracker
In and
Barrel's
Out.
Oh, yeah.
Little gift shop. Pretty neat.
Yeah, we have specific instructions for my wife that should we come across In and Out, we have to stop at the In and Outs.
Right. What was that bing?
Which?
That beeping?
Oh, that's the phone
Oh, okay.
from the other recording.
Gotcha.
It does that. It's probably for legal reasons.
Sure.
I would imagine. So.
But yeah, it's
Anyways,
it's
we're
not
just here.
it's not the greatest burger in the world, but you know what you're getting every In and Out you go to. So
Yeah. We're passing what I know to be a Carl's Jr.'s, but is a Hardee's over here.
correct.
I know they're the same thing,
Yes.
but they have a different
Does
name.
not have the same
for some-
menu.
Doesn't have the same menu?
You
Yep,
don't have the Western
basically
bacon
now.
burger over
They
here.
used to
You
be
don't
different.
have the Western Bacon Burger? What? That's
Yeah,
weird.
Sarah fucking hates it.
You're not
It's like
Western.
her favorite fucking thing. I don't think they have breakfast burgers either.
No breakfast burgers?
I'm not sure.
Hardee's sucks compared to Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
But their biscuits are amazing.
They still have star fries.
Nate says their biscuits are amazing.
The biscuits are what?
Are amazing?
Hardee's or Carl's Jr.?
Hardee's or Carl's Jr.? Nate.
Hardee's.
Yes.
Hardee's biscuits are better. He says.
Sure.
Apparently.
I've never really ate there.
So we got that going on, Nate. There's probably other life shit happening back at home, but I don't fucking remember any of that because this trip has become all-consuming.
Right. Yeah, I know you were talking about going into the whole life story. The life story. But yeah, I don't know that this is the appropriate venue to have that conversation.
Yeah, I don't really feel like having that conversation on the road to
Right.
begin with. Because, we did pass through Ohio, and as I mentioned at the start of the show, that fucking state just sucked the fucking life out of me.
What
Like,
part of
why the
Ohio did you
fuck?
go through? I loved living
I
out
don't
there.
know. We went through a fucking Ohio turnpike, and every fucking time I had to pee and poop, which was many because my body was dying, we had to fucking pay tolls, and there was tolls that were tickets, there were tolls that were money, there were tolls that were not tolls. Too many tolls.
So-
what the fuck?
The tolls took a toll on you?
It's alright. Wait until we go through Chicago, then you're really going to be pissed about it.
The tolls took it. What happens? Are we going through Chicago today?
Yeah, so there's the Chicago Skyline Bridge. You have to pay a toll to go on the Chicago Skyline Bridge. And then in order to get off the Chicago Skyline Bridge, you have to pay another toll.
We have to pay 4 tolls on the Chicago Skyline Bridge.
No, you pay a toll to go on it, and then when you go to exit it, you got to pay a toll to get off it.
Okay.
And it's fucking stupid. Like, what if you can't afford the toll to get off of it? You got to fucking turn around? Well, you got to pay a toll to get off of it again. So you just stuck on the fucking bridge?
I don't know how that works.
Stop stroking my fucking microphone hair!
I'm trying to keep it out of my mouth.
It's not a fucking troll.
I'm trying to keep the microphone hair out of my mouth.
It's not a troll.
It fucking looks like a troll.
It does.
That is actually what I picture when you're saying that. I picture the little troll doll,
That should be the fucking
and you
picture
like
for your
sniffing-
I'll send
sniffing its
I'll,
hair.
I'll send another. I'll send you another picture with its hair. It literally looks like I'm fucking yelling into a very fancy troll doll.
Like when you upload the podcast, instead of having the forking ear like logo, it should just be a picture of this.
It should be just a picture of
It
this.
should just be a picture of the
100%.
fucking troll microphone.
Yeah, I'll take a picture. We'll mood light. It'll be fine.
All right.
So,
Well,
yeah, that's what's presently going on in my life, and as the rest of the podcast goes, we'll also probably have more discussion about the donut I'm about to eat.
Ugh.
And Daniel just whipped a gun out of his crotch. Daniel, why'd you have a gun in your crotch? Daniel, Lane, Daniel! It's a lot of stress, Nate.
yeah.
Tim doesn't like knee driving.
It's a lot of fucking stress. This man drives with his knees, and it bothers me.
Oh, whatever.
You do not want to see me in a big rig.
Anyways.
You'd have a fucking heart attack.
I rolled the dice.
You got other stuff? Oh, you're rolling?
I
You
rolled-
don't have more life stuff?
I not really. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Okay.
But we are on video games.
We're on video games.
We're on video games.
Well, I don't know what else is posted in the Discord. I guess you'll tell me. But obviously the big thing is the Switch 2 was officially announced. And
Yeah.
big fucking surprise, all the leaks appear to be true.
Oh, big shocker! But actually getting to see the new fancy connectors, I like the design.
I think
that
it
was
looks
my
like
big concern about the leaks is how they were going to pull off the new magnetic, right? Like everything I hate about the existing, Joy-Cons notwithstanding, but the design of the thing is just like, it feels like you're holding a broken part of a toy when you're using it as a Joy-Con, because that top edge is just unrefined.
Yeah.
And
You look fucking ridiculous.
it looks like it has been very much cleaned up. Like, that's an impressive looking piece of kit.
Well, Nintendo always does good in their revisions. And I like that it's more mature. It's like dark, but with like a splash of color.
Mm-hmm.
Still be Nintendo. As other commenters pointed out, because this is like several days after it was announced, as of this recording, that what's it? The left is red and the right is blue? Or is it the other way around?
It looks like left is blue and right is red, just like the original.
Right. But with the Joy-Cons attached, there's still colors there, so you know which is which.
Correct.
Which is nice. Some people have pointed out that the connector looks fiddly or whatever, the way that it sticks out, and I'm like, well,
yeah, but that's on
Counterpoint
the body of the Switch. See, if they would have done that on the Joy-Con, I would agree.
Sure, but people were worried about like kids' fingers getting in there in the head and stuff, and I was like, well, I understand that concern. I'm just like, but look at it this way. Everybody said the same thing about the slide rail on the original Switch,
Mm-hmm.
and the slide rail was fucking fine.
The only thing that's really yet to be seen is how secure those are. Like, if you drop your Switch, are you going to be searching for Joy-Cons?
I mean, that's true, but there is a trigger release on the backside, so one can assume that in addition to the magnetic attachment, there's a physical clipping, not unlike the first one.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that at the top there.
Did you watch the video, Nate?
I did not.
Oh. You should just watch it and describe it to me, because it's only 2 minutes long.
Oh, well, let me find it.
Like, it's not long at all.
I don't believe you included it. You did not include it.
Some of the things were long. I feel like it needs a hairnet.
.com.
It's probably good, though.
I haven't tested it out in actual wind yet, but
That's true. That is what it's for.
Yep. Hey, don't scroll past. All right, I'm looking for the... Okay, there's the news. All right, here's the video. I don't know if this will come through.
yeah, that's pretty good job.
Okay. There's the old Switch. It goes clicky click.
Mm-hmm.
It got fatter. It's spun sideways. It did a sparkly thing. It's making all sort of boops and pops.
Mm-hmm.
That sexy USB-C connector. Kickstand. Okay. Ooh, fill in with color. That's kind of funny. The sound on this is... Okay, I'm still waiting to see the... Okay, ooh. And now they're racing like light cycles. Okay, it kind of slaps in. I don't see the release, though.
It's on the back side underneath the trigger.
I don't... No, I'm not seeing it. Okay. I will take your word for it. Yeah, it's like, it just shows it slapping into the docks, but it's not really showing the catch mechanism, so... I don't know. I think that's, you know, if anything, the smallest gripe I would have, considering that a lot of things with magnetic, they're pretty damn strong. Like, you'd have to rage quit it. At that point, I'm not worried about the Joy-Cons, I'm worried about the Switch. Tim?
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm maneuvering a microphone into my face while holding a jelly donut.
Oh, okay.
Do not get jelly on my microphone.
I'm not going to get jelly on your Furby microphone.
It better not be a fucking Furby. Jesus Christ. If it starts speaking demonic shit, throw it out the fucking window.
Yep.
The batteries start dying. If it starts speaking in fucking demon, throw it out the fucking window.
I will.
Every time he
All right.
uses that thing from now on, it's going to smell like jelly donuts, and he will remember this day.
Exactly. So, on the back side of the Switch 2, below the LR and R triggers,
Mm-hmm.
there's a little button, not unlike the little button that's on the original Switch, that shows that's the release,
Okay.
the attachment. And in the video, it shows on the plus and the minus on the ends of the Switch. I guess those are also like the prongs, and there's some kind of attachment on that when it connects.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, like I said, worst case is like it would take enough to damage the Switch to lose a Joy-Con.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine we'll know within the first 24 hours how secure those things are, because people drop test that thing. I'm
Right.
sure. There's obviously a lot of stuff we don't know about it. You know, we have a lot of rumors, and one can assume that the rumors are true now at this point. That it's not going to be an OLED, it'll be an LCD screen.
Right.
It's going to be about 8.5 to 9 inches wide screen.
Which is I think that's the right size, right?
We have, say again, Nate?
I said I think that's the right size. I don't think you want to go any bigger than that, and otherwise it's no longer a portable system.
Well, how big's the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally?
And that is exactly what I would lean on. That is just pushing the oversized bit. Like it's no longer a pocketable device. It now, like, you have to carry it. You have a fanny pack or something to bring it with you.
Well, but so how large can you Google what's the size of the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally? Screen size, I mean.
Ally. 7-inch. Yeah, 7-inch.
I think the Switch OLED is 7-inch, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so as well.
Because the regular Switch is like 6.2 or something.
Switch
Right.
OLED's what?
Switch OLED screen is
Bigger.
7 inches.
Maybe it's bigger than the regular Switch.
Yeah, I know it's bigger than the regular Switch. You having difficulties?
My shit
Who,
gets
me?
in the car.
Oh, okay, I got you.
No. Just like that. Fuck!
Just making sure my driver isn't going to kill us.
Okay, first off,
Don't even worry about that. Just hang
that's
on.
offensive. Okay, call me driver. I fucking hate that shit. That's.
But yeah, Switch OLED is also 7-inch.
Driver. I'll fucking murder.
Yeah, so we don't know what the screen's supposed to be made of. It's rumored to be LCD. It's also rumored that they're using an NVIDIA chip that's primarily used in self-driving cars.
Okay.
It's rumored to be 12 gigabytes of RAM as opposed to 16.
Mm-hmm.
nobody has any fucking clue on like internal SSD speeds or how much SSD. We know that it will support micro SD cards from this announcement, and we know that there will support a higher speed spec. What I don't know, because I'm not a micro SD card person, is will the games require that you install either to the device or to the micro SD card? Will they require the high speed, like not unlike how PS5 games and Xbox Series games require them to be installed on the faster SSD portions of the device?
Oh, right. Like, yeah, you're
So
almost using the cartridge as a license. You plug it in, then it downloads it into the internals.
Yeah. We know from some patents that two things. We know that the Switch 2 is physically backwards compatible with Switch 1's cartridges.
Yes.
How Switch 2 cartridges look, we don't know, but we know they filed a patent for like way higher capacity cards, like up to 2 terabyte.
Yes.
So that's a thing. Most presumably for insane things like, I don't know, Call of Duty or whatever else is coming to this device. We know that Nintendo filed a patent on December 1st for their own sort of fork of NVIDIA DLSS, specifically with patents that show upscaling 480p to 1080p and upscaling 720p to 4K specifically. And those patents pertain to both how the technology works, which works much like all upscaling technology kind of works, except the Nintendo way with some DLSS stuff kind of thrown in. But the patent also pointed out that the purpose of this upscaling was so that installed sizes of games could be smaller. So more than likely, what we will get is most definitely, probably Nintendo games specifically, are put on the device at 480p or 720p in terms of textures, and then will be up-resed from there within the device.
Right.
What we don't know, because all this 2.5-minute video shows, is it shows a couple of things about the device. There's some other stuff to infer, like they showed a new Mario Kart there, which, believe it or not, is the first new Mario Kart in 15 years. Super fucking old.
Right.
A lot of people are like, well, what about the one on the Switch? And I was like, yep, that was a port from the Wii U. We have not had a new Mario Kart in that long. So, yeah. And a lot of people have also pointed out that the characters have different designs in them, specifically Mario and Luigi. And most observable is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's design looks closer to the most recent Mario movie in his design. Like, his eyes are all different and stuff.
Okay.
So I can understand that, moving forward. That makes some sense,
Sure.
I
mean, hell, go back and watch season 1 of The Simpsons and look at the Simpsons now. They look nothing alike. So, yes, things evolve over time, people.
Oh yes, absolutely. There's still a lot of unknowns. There's some inferences from the trailer, like they show you putting on the clip on the backside of the Joy-Con, but then also putting it down,
like a mouse,
flat.
Yeah.
There was a rumor going around that these have optical support and you can use them like mice.
Yeah.
This was backed up by a patent, and I mean, you see it in the trailer that it looks like there's some kind of red laser coming out.
Right.
We don't know to what purpose that could be. One could assume it's a mouse because that makes some kind of sense, but this is also Nintendo we're talking about, so who fucking knows?
Right.
Maybe it's a PDF scanner. Who knows? Nobody knows. What's not seen is the infrared port on the right Joy-Con that's on the Switch existing. It's unknown if that's still there or not. So if there were games that supported that, which were few and far between, it's possible that we may lose support for that on the Switch 2, especially given that their official statement was that Switch 2 is,
what would
Switch
you
2
use
is
that
backwards
for?
compatible.
Like playing like Time Crisis or something on your Switch 2?
No, so Nintendo used it for weird shit. Do you remember Labo?
No.
So Nintendo had this weird cardboard creation construction set kit thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And that infrared thing is like a full-on black and white camera. And they used it, like, you would pair it to the Switch and it would literally feed a camera, and you'd have like a little robo tank running around. And it could see where it was going in black and white.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely bizarre. But then again, very Nintendo.
Right.
Um,
They like to do things and go, will it work?
Yeah. We'll see how this one, since obviously this is the first time in Nintendo's history that they have done a direct big old fat 2 on something.
Right.
We've had evolutions of things, right? Obviously the Nintendo Entertainment System to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Wii, and Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Those sorts of things. So it'll be interesting to see, just how much it's like the original Switch, and if there are more differences beyond it's bigger and better.
Right.
As anybody with any brain predicted, people are quite divided about whether or not, some people are like, oh, it's just a bigger, better Switch. Some people are like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
Right.
Other people are like, oh, it's not anything different. Nintendo's lost their magic. And I'm like, well, Nintendo Switch recently is apparently the best-selling console of all time.
Right.
So it behooves them. Yes.
The Switch is the best-selling console of all time.
Correct. It outsold the PS2 a couple months ago.
You already know where I was going.
Oh, yeah. You're like, no, yeah. Daniel's about ready to fight me, and I'm like, no, they crossed it by like 30 million.
Yeah. Sorry, Daniel.
It's like 188 million consoles have been sold.
Well, it took them longer.
Actually, it took them less time.
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to make it happy. Okay, the PS2, still the best console ever sold.
But it's not now, Daniel.
It is in my heart.
Is it?
Is it the
I thought the Game Boy was the best
sold
console ever
Nintendo
sold.
console of all time, or did the N64?
Hang on. Both of you are talking to me at the same time. Doesn't work when you're both talking to me at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm
but
here.
I'm the one
Yeah,
on the
I
show.
know you're here. I know you're on the show. Okay, you're saying you're on the show, and Daniel's saying, but I'm the one driving. Pay attention to me. Like, it's hard, okay? Daniel, what were you saying?
Is the Switch the best-selling Nintendo console of all time?
Yes.
I still think the GameCube is better. I'm biased.
I mean, GameCube is definitely a very good console.
I'm biased towards the GameCube.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a great console.
Switch doesn't have monkey noises, secret monkey noises, or secret gorilla noises.
Okay. You're arguing about secret gorilla noises?
And secret monkey noises. You can only do secret gorilla noises if there's fucking 4 controllers.
Silence.
It's my car, fucker!
Jeez.
And it's my fucking ballsack, puby fucking microphone.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
okay, guys.
Nate says, calm down, everybody.
The Nintendo Switch.
What were you saying, Nate?
The Nintendo
compromise.
Switch surpasses the PS2 as the best-selling console in the U.S. The
Okay.
PS2 remains the king globally. You are both
Okay.
correct,
Nate-
kinda.
Nate has clarification that we are both correct, kind of. He says, Nintendo Switch has recently surpassed the PS2 sales for best-selling console in the United States. It is king here. However, globally, PS2 is still the reigning champ.
Goddamn right it is.
What's the numbers difference between that, Nate?
Globally,
Yeah.
PS2 is 160 million. The DS is 154 million. The Switch is 146 million.
So 20 million.
Yeah, that's right.
14 million.
Xbox 360 is big.
14 million is the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So many PS2s.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for that clarification.
Yep.
Nate
Right.
Fu.
And then the Game
So we
Boy
don't have
is
a real-
120 million.
What kind of city name is that?
Yeah.
Valparaiso?
So Switch 2. It's finally been unveiled. We know what it looks like. It looks classy. We do not have a release date for it. We have a tune-in on April 2nd for more information. We know that in this 2-minute trailer, they showed off a new Mario Kart. So one could presume Mario Kart 9 or some crazy subtitle because it's Mario. People are presuming that because the other thing that they announced side of this, like it was on their website, was that they're doing hands-on events with the Switch 2 starting in March. So presumably there'll be some more information leaking out from hands-on accounts on the device before April, which is weird, but okay. So a lot of people are assuming, and tech analysts are assuming, that potentially either late April or more likely probably a June release date for the actual console itself.
Okay. I mean, that'd be
Additionally,
perfect timing. Kids are just getting off for, for the summer.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
That would be a nice time to strike.
Yeah. Additionally, I think it was Washington Post tech sector was reporting that he's heard from supply chains that they are preparing to move 40 million units immediately upon launch. And this is kind of substantiated by the fact that they've supposedly delayed releasing this console like 3 times.
There's fucking cows!
Daniel
Right.
is immediately excited because there's cows, because they're his favorite animal. He's going to yell about cows. It's true. It's very
They're fucking
Oh,
great.
these are road trip rules, Tim. You see cows, you go, cows.
Yeah, he says it with much more excitement and gusto.
Well, yeah. I usually just go,
Just
murr.
gonna go shit on my love for cows.
So, so yeah, that's enough about Switch 2. What you been playing, Nate?
Well, because I was battling the flu, I haven't been playing a goddamn thing.
Ah, I understand. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Let's see. I actually, what
do we
did
have-
I downloaded?
Do we have other?
Something?
Do we have other news in the Discord for games?
Hot fix. Oh, the Doom PDF.
Yeah.
The fuck
So,
is the Doom PDF?
I know, it's ridiculous. Did you get it to work?
I actually didn't try because I was on my.
Do you guys have any
no.
news on Silk
Come on.
Song?
No, we don't have any news on Subsong Daniel.
My fucking soul.
Yeah. Nothing for your fucking soul.
Subnautica 2.
Yeah, so hackers have. Everybody says Doom plays on everything, and it has. They put it on microwaves. They put it on obviously Raspberry Pis and small
PDF?
watches.
The PDF?
That's what we're fucking talking about. I'm getting to it, Daniel. Leading in. It's called the build-up. Wrecking my build-up. For God's sakes. That's right. You think about what you've done, and I'll just keep petting the hair of this microphone. Anyways, they got Doom on PDF. I don't know how they got Doom on PDF. I don't know why they got Doom on PDF. But by God, you can download Doom on PDF right now. Probably Google it is the best way to find it. It's 6.8 megabytes. You do have to open the PDF in a Chromium browser for some reason. But my God, you can play Doom in black and white, no sounds, no color, in a PDF.
Right. Which, while I find that
Because
amazing,
you can.
that scares the crap out of me that they can do something. They actually have a game environment
Star
in a
is
document.
Your side of the car.
This is
That is you're encroaching.
this brings me back to another Adobe product way back in the day that got so exploited
Yeah.
that it eventually went out of business. Flash.
Oh, yeah. You think it could end up in some weird way like that?
It shows the potential that it could be.
Huh. I never thought about it like that. But
Right?
Okay. Okay, Doomsayer Nate said it here first. Now that they got Doom running on PDFs, this is now the downfall of PDFs.
I mean, I wouldn't say the downfall of
PDFs will go the way
PDF,
of
but
Flash.
I wouldn't say it goes the way of Flash, but it is going to definitely open eyes. Because unfortunately, I think PDF is way too important of a file format
Agreed.
to just up and disappear.
Yeah, it's definitely one that's hung around a lot longer than anybody thought it would.
Yeah, and I mean, in
That's for
terms
sure.
of just pure compatibility with everything,
Yeah.
right? Your e-reader can open a PDF. Your phone can open a
Yep.
PDF. Your Nintendo Switch can probably open a PDF.
Yeah.
So, I don't think the file format is dead, but I think it's going to get a good set of eyes looked at it if stuff like this continues to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else in the cord?
Nope.
Oh, that's it?
Number
Okay.
3 is technology.
Okay, technology. What do we got in there?
TikTok.
Oh, yeah. TikTok dies tomorrow.
Very excited.
Yes.
Daniel's happy about it. I'm happy about it. What say you, Nate?
Every woman?
I'm indifferent.
You're not happy about it.
Oh, you're indifferent. Okay.
Like, it sucks
You
that
fucking communist,
a social
Nathan!
media platform is going away because people are whining about free speech.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost... it's
Destroy this
hysterically
app and try to replace
ironical.
Vine.
Yeah. So did you hear... So the two things that I heard about TikTok. Number one, whether it's true or not, who the fuck knows? Mr. Beast has said that he wants to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
And then the one that has more stuff about it, and it's very strange too, because the news comes from the government of China. Very strange place to get news from.
Mm-hmm.
I would
That
not trust
they
it.
want to sell it to Elon Musk.
Of course they do. Give me one sec.
And I'm
Hold that thought.
holding thoughts.
Well, if you need to mute it, you hit the left red button, and it'll mute that microphone. Yeah, hit one of these, it'll mute the microphone.
Seems like it's triple X. Got a lot of battery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to chat with the wife. She is taking the beasties and leaving me alone. I have to go fix her car later.
Oh, gotcha. Taking kids. Daniel's inspecting the microphones. Give me a second.
Okay. Oh, seeing how much battery life is left?
No, I can see it.
I was just seeing if it had like a
He's seeing if it had a.
this much recording left.
Oh, he's
You know,
seeing
like
if it had
sometimes
a like this much recording left.
some camcorders will say like,
like
you know, you have
camcorders will
X
tell you,
amount,
you know?
X amount of video left to record.
You know what I'm saying, Nate?
No, I don't.
You know how like on a camcorder, it'll tell you how much recording time's left on a tape or an SD
Oh,
card?
yes.
Yeah, he's trying to see if it said something like that. But
Gotcha.
Pretty sure the SD card's like 60 some
does.
gigs or like 120
Yeah, it's a
gigs.
64 gig card.
Yeah, that's a pretty. You should be fine for 3 hours.
I would
Yeah, that should
I
be
would
fine.
think it would be fine for 3 hours.
If it was
Yeah,
video,
'cause I
different
can-
story,
I
but
get
Yeah,
35
my
out
only
of my
concern is
card.
just with it being a WAV file. They're usually beefier.
I get 35 hours out of a 256 gig, so even if it's a quarter of that.
once it's done. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, I
Cool.
just, and again, it broaches on stuff that we tend not to, or we avoid here, but since it is relevant, I find it hilarious.
Yeah, I mean-
I find it hilarious that the government wants to shut down a platform unless it goes to the right oligarch.
I mean, the thing that's really weird to me about this whole scenario with TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, it does encroach upon our political thing. However, for the sake of the tech, Like, here's the facts, right? So, TikTok was put forth to be banned by the Trump administration.
Mm-hmm.
Biden enforced it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to have a new administration in like a fucking day.
Right.
And who knows what's going to happen then.
Right. Well, in 2 days, and that administration that had previously banned it said, "Oh, I'm actually doing well over there. Maybe we should keep it."
Yeah.
So, it's just so, it's so weird. It's like how it falls in and out of favor.
The biggest thing for me, though, is like, okay, number one, there's no right solution here.
Right.
Because anything that's chosen or pushed forward by any government agenda is inherently against the platform, the creator, whoever, even if it's controlled entirely by China or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to put on my spin foil hat for that.
Right.
But what's different, other than the fact that it's China, about TikTok than, say, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook?
Right.
Or Google?
Mm-hmm.
Or Microsoft? Like, what's different about those other than the fact that only one of those has a social platform? I mean, if you count, I guess Microsoft has LinkedIn.
Right.
As like a business social platform. But you know what I mean? Like, what's...
Yeah, and again, it's just, you're bringing it, so you have Google, you have Meta, and then you have, X
Daniel
at this
has
point.
something to say as someone who recently just stopped working for the government.
I'm assuming you're talking about TikTok
okay.
and why it's a concern.
Yeah.
So,
can you hear him at all, Nate?
I cannot, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of speculation with TikTok and that.
He can't hear you.
That's fine. He doesn't need to hear me. He can Google it.
He's talking in
So with a lot of stuff with TikTok, because it is so world renowned and used everywhere, the concern, and it's been proven too, that the Chinese government actually has a hand in the company. So they're using a lot of their stuff to kind of like monitor the different stuff going on throughout the world and to check on. It's kind of a way for them to spy on things, and that's a big reason why the U.S. wants to ban it, is because China is using TikTok to essentially spy on everybody in the world. And the people that work for TikTok, there have been instances where individuals that work for TikTok have been monitoring stuff, and they'll actually report it back to the Chinese government, because nothing in China can happen unless it's approved by the government. That's why like Chinese news is so hard to understand, because it's like a capital news agency, so they only release what the government allows them to release, just like Russia. So the U.S. has been pushing to ban it because there has been stuff that has been leaked through TikTok to our adversaries, and it's communicated
while
not
that's
just like
true,
big government, it's also communicated in the military, like it's in briefings and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's true. So
it is true.
What about Cambridge Analytica? What about all the stuff that Meta has leaked to our adversaries? What about all the other data breaches?
In the Matrix right now, just giving us all the data.
His counterpoint to you is, okay, what about Meta leaking all of their shit to fucking Russia and China? What about Google giving information to Russia? What about all the other ones that are quote-unquote country stuff being leaked across the street?
Right.
That's something that the government's going to have to do, but at least that's stuff that can be like, that's internally contained. Like, we have control over that. Now, whether or not they're taking that control is a different story, but like TikTok, we don't have any control over because it is a Chinese company.
Yeah, but we did.
So it's easier
Project
to
Texas.
ban that.
But that was Project Texas.
Project Texas was basically making sure that all of the stateside data stayed in a stateside data center in Texas. That was the solution for that. And TikTok was on board with that, but that wasn't good enough. So that tells me that the problem wasn't necessarily... They're using the data leaks as a... What do they call that? Fear-mongering.
Texas. Okay. I hear you.
So... But yeah, now we're getting into stuff that, again, is we kind of try to leave that off the plate. But that's, it's just weird, because in 2 days we'll find out for sure if TikTok is not going to just disappear. It just won't be able to be updated or downloaded on any device that doesn't currently have it. I'm going to find it funny when I see an iPhone 16 Pro Max with TikTok on it selling on eBay like Flappy Bird did way back in the day.
I mean, that'd be funny, except because Jessica told me this, because she got the thing from TikTok. So they issued an update to TikTok this week, and they've literally told all their users that the app will shut down. There will basically just be a web link that links them to a data about the page come Sunday.
Aw. Well,
so there won't be any of that kind of shenanigans.
Well, there's always Lemon 8. There's also Red Note, which I know a lot of people on TikTok have already gone over, and Red Note is basically TikTok without the TikTok branding. Same company.
And then we had Frozen
Right.
Fire.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yep.
I guess we'll see. It definitely
It's an
changes the conversation and
interesting,
perhaps the game moving forward.
yeah, it's an interesting precedent, because if they can do this to that app, why can't they do that to any other app in the future, including existing apps?
Exactly.
So
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay, TikTok. It's gone. I don't care, but some people do. Next topic.
CES.
Oh yeah, CES happened. There's some crazy shit there.
Yeah, apparently sex bots is the flavor of the day.
Good old sex bots. What can't they do?
Get pregnant.
Am I right?
Sorry.
Ow.
Did Daniel catch the second half of that, or the second side of that conversation and go, "Arr"?
Yeah. No, but yeah. Okay, so what do you want to talk about on the sex bots there, Nate?
No, I just find it hilarious that that's where, like the biggest news coming out of CES is all the AI companions, as they call them, and they all just happen to be very demure-looking females with no personality, but all functioning organs.
I mean, the thing about this is we've had sex chat bots for like 5 years now, and this is basically just an evolution of that.
Right.
It's your sex chat bot in your real doll 3.0.
Right. The whole Chat GPT thing and everything, I believe, was the experiment in actually putting a personality into these animate objects.
Yeah, it just, it gets us one step closer to that movie Her.
What are you showing me?
That's it. I recommend it. It's a good movie.
Cat? My wife says look up Foo Foo Cat.
Boo Boo Cat?
Foo Foo Cat.
Straps are flying
Foo
around.
Foo Cat.
F-U-F-U Cat.
Bag.
What?
Straps flying around the bag.
Oh, there are?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I think it just came untucked.
We need to pull over then, right? Let's
Never know.
You want to handle it?
I'll deal with it when I need to. I'm keeping an eye
Are
on
they
them.
aware?
Probably not. They're women.
Okay, so you
Let's
can
text-
have
let's
Jim.
text them.
No,
We may have
they're
a solution for
freaking
you.
out, they're whoever.
You can have a cat that
What?
you wouldn't be
They're women.
allergic to.
Oh, cat that I wouldn't be allergic to?
Yeah.
Oh, the shots?
And apparently it's a little cat that sits on the corner, like you hang it on your coffee cup, and it slowly blows on it to cool it off.
Sorry.
Wait, hang on. There's a lot of things happening in my ear holes right now. So, on the one hand, Daniel's like, hey, the women's vehicle behind us, I see the straps on their roof flapping everywhere. We may need to handle that. On the other hand, you're talking about Poo Poo Cat and then something about a cat sitting at a hot drink? What? What's happening?
Pick one.
Poo Poo Cat, go.
Okay, Foo Foo Cat, small device, looks like a cat. You hang it on your bowl or your coffee cup, and it blows cool air into it to cool off your cup of coffee.
That's a terrible name for the device, but okay.
It's... What is it? The Nekojita Fufu. Japanese term Nekojita, I'm probably saying it wrong, means cat tongue, and Fufu, which is the onomatopoeia for the sound of blowing on food.
Solid.
Solid.
Okay.
It can switch from
Fair
different
enough.
blowing modes, such as I've got this and not gonna spill.
It's clearly Japanese, right?
It is,
the
yes.
names are obviously exclusive to that type of thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I actually don't mind that because, like, I always find I put my coffee in too hot. So having a weird poo-poo cat robot thing blow on my water
Yep.
for coffee, sure, why not?
Yeah. So
Why not? Daniel's giving me the look of like, what the fuck did you just say?
It can cool hot water from 88 to 71 in 3 minutes.
88 to 71.
Oh,
That's pretty
Celsius. Celsius. Centigrade.
good. Well, you know, we can't all be perfect.
Right. Non-America units. According to ZDNet, which I don't know how much faith I have in them, but they're top 25 best products that we're still thinking about a week later. Smart glasses with an invisible display.
Solid.
Solid. Like that, you knew that was coming.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, 6K TVs. Yeah. Sleep
Why?
earbuds because make number go up.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's the same thing. Like when we had 4K but
like the
no
third one I've
content
ever
to
seen.
actually watch on it.
Okay.
Now you might actually be able to get a TV that can receive that 8K output that your PS5 isn't actually giving it.
Well, supposedly this PS5 Pro can. Maybe. If it's fucking PS Upscaler didn't stop breaking all their games,
Right.
which is apparently also a thing.
Let's see. Sleep earbuds that block out loud noises. Well, isn't that the kind of the point of earbuds? That's not right.
Well, it's the same thing as like my AirPods Pro that like does a white noise.
Right, but
You
I
know?
guess you can lay on them, which that has been a big complaint of mine with wearing earbuds to bed. Is as soon as you side sleep on them, ouch! Like I wake up and it feels like someone has drilled into my head all night.
Oh no, she needs gas, but don't worry.
Let's
Hey,
see.
so
Just a
Nate,
quick-
we're gonna take a break
Just a quick.
here because, well, no, I have to use the bathroom as well if we're stopping. I have to use the bathroom, and
Okay.
we also have to fix straps on the females' vehicles.
Okay.
So I'm going to stop the recording on the handheld recorder here, and I will hang up the call, and I will call you back momentarily.
You got it.
Okay?
Okay.
Sweet. We are recording on my end. We need to do a 3, 2, 1.
Nope. I have a mark.
For one side of the audio.
Yes, that's fine. I'll put them together because I know where mine paused and yours didn't. I can put it together.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, CES.
Yes.
Lots of doodads and knickknacks and I don't know, like weird shit, but nothing like. No, I'm looking and it's like nothing really horribly innovative,
Yeah.
It's more robot vacuums and more oh the electric salt spoon. Did you see this one?
No,
Yeah,
I did not.
like I've heard about this
saw-
and it's like, oh, okay, so it sends an electric current to your spoon to make your food taste saltier, so you can
The fuck?
have salty food without actually adding salt.
I mean, in all fairness, with a dying father whose primary villain is salt,
Right.
that actually sounds useful.
Like I get it. That sounds useful. And that's that's kind of cool shit.
Yeah.
It's just weird, but yeah, a lot of battery packs, 500-watt battery packs now. Like,
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
right? It's what do they say? Moore's law is it almost feels like it's not in play anymore.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, there's some weird stuff.
Mom,
Please wait.
In between our
Thank you.
break,
Thank you.
I realized we were on technology, but I forgot to tell you, back on gaming, what you should not do when you're flying.
Oh,
And yeah.
you should
So,
not
I
game
was
while
do-
you're flying.
Well, so I was very eclectic. I was trying to focus on one game while I was flying, but I was having difficulties actually with the lack of Wi-Fi or cellular,
Mm-hmm.
apparently, and that was actually most troubling because I was having problems. There were weird problems, like Death Stranding kept crashing. Don't know why. It's very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But it kept crashing because it was like, can't connect to network. And I'm like, no shit, you're in airplane mode. But it kept like popping up. And I'm like, it's very frustrating. And I don't know why that made the game crash. So that sucked. And then I tried to do Assassin's Creed Mirage on the plane, which I got to work, but it took me like 30 minutes because it kept trying to like connect to Ubisoft online servers, and I was like, again, I'm on a plane, fucker.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just play.
Right.
I know it's downloaded. I checked this shit before I left. Just not even play. So I ultimately had played them a little bit, but had problems with both of them, which is frustrating. Which I guess brings up the other topic of games that are these full AAA games that you download on your big fancy phones like mine. You should be able to. They were playable offline before. You
Right.
should be able to play them offline again. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
So that's frustrating, and they need to fix that shit for sure.
But
so what I ended up
but
doing
how
is-
are they going to know that you have the license if it can't check in with the mothership?
Nate, why do you hate me?
I don't. I'm just saying this is the onus behind it, and I hate it too. Like, this is
Yeah. It's like some playing on EA Origins bullshit.
Mhm.
I don't like it. And I definitely expected better from Kojima. Ubisoft, I kind of expected it, but come on. What the hell, Death Stranding?
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But what I ended up playing was Alien Isolation, which I played the longest. Which, didn't have any of those problems whatsoever. Ran perfectly, ran great. Yes, it's an old game. But it
Mhm.
looks fantastic. But I made the mistake of playing an alien game in which I'm terrified of the alien inside an enclosed capsule flight craft in the air in the dark.
Right.
It's not a good time, Nate. Those
No.
are all fear-inducing things. Like the ambience of that fucking being on the space station with the alien. Real intense. Being cramped up in a plane. Not great.
No.
I was going for realism apparently on that one.
You went for full immersion on that one.
Oh yeah, I couldn't have been more immersed if that shit was in VR, which I know is also coming, and I'm terrified of. But anyway, I digress. Back to the CES thing. Yeah, the weirdest thing, the CES was kind of meh this year.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like I saw one that was like, "Here's the first electric toothbrush that also has a water pick inside it," and I was like, "Really? I've seen that shit at Costco like 3 years ago."
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? So, I don't know.
And
But,
AI everything. AI in TVs, AI
everything's
in
AI, we get it.
like the only there's what is this, the Vasco Translator Q1 now. That something like that, that's a great use for AI. Like, I'm in a foreign country and I'm trying to communicate, and I have something in my device that doesn't require a Wi-Fi connection, right?
Yeah,
Like-
we already have that. It's called Apple Translate and Google Translate.
Right, but if you're off the grid,
Once again, we have Apple Translate and Google Translate. You can download the voice backs.
right?
So, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things, that's for sure.
So, Yeah, like you said, kind of meh.
Yeah, it was very lame. And what was super odd, I realize this gets into entertainment a little bit here. What's super odd is Sony announcing all those movies at CES. Like, what? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that at CES?
Because,
you know what I mean?
Because they can.
Fucking Sony. So they announced a God of War movie, which is confusing because I thought a TV show was in development on Amazon by a team of people who are actually good. They announced a Horizon movie, which sounds like a bad idea. They announced a Ghost of Tsushima Legends movie, which I might add is not the core Ghost of Tsushima game. That's the multiplayer component. It's like kind of fanciful Legends stuff. It's like, okay, weird. And then they announced a Helldivers 2 movie.
Right.
To which is
they did
also
at the
weird.
No, they didn't do that at the Video Game Awards, did they?
No, they had they announced the expansion and they had the guy who's in the beginning
Right.
CGI trailer.
Yeah.
And like the only thing I can say about the Helldivers 2 movie is at least that seems like the right thing to communicate. And I say this, and on the surface, it's like, okay, what do you mean it's a Helldivers 2 movie? What does it matter? But no, because the title of the movie will be Helldivers 2. And I think that is so fucking on brand for Helldivers. Like, we're just going to start with Helldivers 2.
Right.
Like, that's fantastic. And the only thing that they've said, other than that Sony's making it, is their only request was that the guy who was on stage at the Game Awards and also the CGI trailer was that he's actually in the movie.
Nice.
So, we'll see. I mean, that could go any which way, you know.
And that's and that is a, you know, you hear so many people go, "Oh, great, so it's Starship Troopers all over again." Yes, but no. Like,
well, and you know what's funny? So, I looked this up. So, apparently Sony has the Starship Troopers license.
Cool.
And I'm like, hold up. A, obviously that crossover needs to happen.
Right.
In the game. But B, why not just make a Starship Troopers movie?
Probably a Helldivers skin at some point.
Because Starship Troopers has, like, established lore, I guess, and Helldivers is a little more open.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the only difference.
I would be okay if we got, like, the Super Troopers equivalent of a Helldiver movie, you know?
Sure.
Did you lose my wife again?
No, she's behind her.
Why were you about to turn right?
Oh, we're gonna go to a lane that was faster.
Is he trying to lose the women?
No, we're at these fucking Easy Pass with an E and a Z.
Multipass.
There's these fucking toll gates. Where are we? Which state are we in?
We're still in Indiana.
Indiana, yes.
Okay. So, those are things.
I'm tracking you via
Anyways.
drone. Yes. No.
Are you?
No. I just remember the South Bend comment earlier, and you haven't been on the phone that long.
Fair. Yeah, I guess there's not much to say tech-wise. I mean, obviously the most interesting tech thing is the speculated specs of the Switch 2.
Right.
But we already talked about that a little bit. I guess the gist of that would be it's somewhere power-wise between... It's more powerful than a PS4 Pro.
It's very strange. I just got this fucking ticket, and then I drive a mile and I got a fucking pay for it.
But not quite as powerful as like a Series or a PS5. And then further, given the way that will still be a switching device, it'll be half as powerful in handheld mode. But the other thing that we don't know, which is still rumored, which could be wrong, could be false, is whether or not the dock itself has some her spurs in it or not this time.
Right. I love that you use that term. Haha, I gotcha.
Yeah, I know. It took me going through multiple things. And we changed the time zone here, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
Change the time zone.
Yeah, you're probably in Central now. Right into Indiana, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Central right now.
Yeah, I'm in Central time zone.
I forget when we changed. We changed about halfway through.
You've lost an
I don't
hour.
understand time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand time right now, Nate. Time zones are bullshit, Nate.
We're 1 hour behind that.
Time is but a construct.
I'm letting that there.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Hi, Star.
Time is a manufactured.
You're now at noon
Get
again.
Star on a podcast? Let's start on a podcast real quick. Hey,
Hang
Star.
on, Nate,
Star, you wanna?
What's that?
He just grabbed
All right, there you
he
go.
just grabbed the recorder and shoved it in his dog's face.
Get some sniffing.
Oh,
So
Girl.
perhaps some dog.
some
Look,
dogging.
so you can actually stick
Yes.
the head
Yeah.
up here.
All right, what else we got, Nate? We're
Uh,
blasting through this podcast, maybe. Uh-oh, I hit a button. The display lit up. What did I hit? Is it fine? It's fine. Okay. Oh, the battery actually dropped 1 bar. We're at 2 bars of battery, Nate.
Uh-oh.
Hello. I'm very curious to know.
I'll get
'cause I
concerned
just
when
got
it
this
has 1
ticket,
bar.
so I'm very curious to know how much it costs. At that point, I feel like the ticket costs more
You
than
got change here, Daniel.
That's the way it is.
the $1. Can you just keep the dime?
Big dog, how cute. Oh,
Thank
does
you.
she have any cookies?
It's okay.
What is he?
She is a pit bull Swedish.
Sorry, we're at a
dog, or
toll,
Swiss
doing
dog
toll
mix.
things.
She's a big baby. All right, take care.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are we through?
Yeah, we're through. Old people and I kind of have a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to talk to them. I get it.
I can't. It's not that I want to. It's just we connect.
Yeah.
We connect. I connect with old people. Can't help it.
Yep.
That's why I connect so well with Nate.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you hear that, Nate?
No, I did not.
Oh, my God. He just bitch slapped you verbally.
Who did?
Fucking Daniel.
Just it slapped me verbally?
Yes. Yeah, we were at the toll in fucking Indiana, and this old lady was commenting on the dog in the back seat, and Daniel started talking to her, and then he's like, sorry that took so long. I can't help it. Talking to old people. That's why I get along so well with old people. Like Nate.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's okay.
Son.
I'm an old soul.
don't make me turn this car around.
he said exactly like this. Son, don't make me turn this car around. He's nodding effusively.
Do it. Turn the car around.
Watch out, it zigs. Looks like she's about to fucking zip lanes. That's a crazy license plate. It says it zigs on the license plate.
Nice.
Alright, where are we in this fucking podcast? What are we doing?
Sex
Well,
dolls.
we're
Sex
down to
dolls?
one. We're
No.
down to one topic left. Entertainment.
Entertainment.
What you been watching,
Trying to
Tim?
be entertained. Oh, I can tell you exactly what I've been watching, Nate.
Sonic 3. Yes.
We Oh, well, that's true. We didn't get to it last thing. Well, before I spent the entire rest of the podcast
That toll was 90 cents, by the way.
talking about the toll was 90 cents.
That's fucking stupid.
I agree.
That
90
ticket
cents
cost-
toll is stupid.
That ticket cost more than the fucking toll.
The ticket
To
costs
print,
more.
to print the ticket, the paper and the fucking ink costs more than the goddamn toll.
That's ridiculous.
They just lost money
That's dumb.
trying to gain money.
Indiana, wild.
Fucking ridiculous.
Well, before I get into the virtues of obviously my movie of 2024,
Mm-hmm.
I was actually getting into the fact that me and the wife, prior to this trip, we rewatched all of season 1 of Severance, and we watched the first episode of Severance season 2 when we were here in where were we? We were in what's your fucking town?
Hanover.
When we were in Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Pretty much bad moms.
And I also watched a movie with his folks called Bad Moms.
It's fucking hilarious.
Bad
hilarious.
moms? Yes.
Yeah, Nate also agrees it's hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, super funny. Cannot believe I had not seen that movie. Guessed.
It's one of those just good dumb, put it on, enjoy a movies.
Yep. Indeed. Yeah, so we watched that, and we watched episode 1 of season 2 of Severance just the other day, which was phenomenal, because we've been only waiting 3 fucking years for it. It felt like fucking Westworld wait. And did you get around to checking out Severance yet, Nate?
I did not.
Nate.
I know.
You would love Severance.
I'm
fucking good, dude.
I'm sure I would.
Okay. Well, when you have time, or I guess you should hit me up the other week when you were sick. I'm gonna toss you my Apple TV code.
I actually have an Apple TV account. So.
Oh, well, what's your fucking excuse then, Nate?
I forget that I have an Apple TV account.
Nate.
What?
That's a terrible excuse.
Well, no.
Who uses it? Who uses it then?
We do. Here's the problem I have with my Apple TV account.
Yes.
I have Roku TVs in every single room of my house.
Yes.
Only 2 of them allow me to load the Apple TV app.
That's dumb.
Right?
They like older Rokus or something?
Not really. In fact, I would say that would be the case, but one of my oldest devices is one that loads it, and one of my newest devices is one that does not.
That's weird.
It's extremely weird.
That's actually where I watched it. I watched it on a Roku TV in Daniel's dad's basement.
Yeah, and it's like, because I've been living in my kid's room so that I don't, infect the rest of the house, and that's one of the TVs that it does not load on.
Well,
what I did watch the other day, though, and it gets so much shit, and every time I watch it, I wonder, other than a few weird plot points, and it's funny that you posted something in the Discord related to it.
Yeah.
But I just watched Terminator Salvation.
Really?
Yeah. Christian Bale, right?
Oh.
That one.
Yep.
And I don't know why...
Original version or director's cut? 'Cause
Director's...
They're very different.
Are they, though?
Good. Yes. One's a movie and the other's trash.
What did the director's cut add besides 2 minutes and a boob shot?
I don't know about 2 minutes. I remember adding 15 minutes, and they were all interstitial cuts that made the story actually make somewhat fucking sense.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Instead of just jumping from scene to scene randomly, it's okay, why are we here? Okay,
right.
Why do the Terminators have fucking the bike Terminators coming out the feet of the jumbo Terminators?
Mm-hmm.
Other than it's cool. Okay,
right.
Why is he at the factory? Okay, why is this a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, why is anything happening?
Yes, and there are some weird cuts in the director's cut as well that I'm like, oh, right.
I'm not saying it's perfect.
No, I don't.
I'm just saying it's better.
There was a couple of hard cuts where I'm like, oh, right, this was the scene that was missing that kind of makes it make sense, but it was so poorly edited together that it was jarring.
Yeah.
But, every time I hear people give grief about that movie, and it's like, there are so many little Easter eggs and callbacks and and things that tie together appropriately that I'm like, why does this get so much hate?
Agreed.
Other than, the whole, take my heart at the end. Okay, great.
Yeah. I mean, I've been very vocal about my complaints about this movie for decades now at this point. I just don't think Christian Bale's a good John Connor.
No, that's fine.
It's just not even remotely close to any of the previous ways that he's been portrayed.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps all of that came down to the fact of how angry the actual actor was on set.
Right.
Could be a large part of it, him not being professional.
right?
He's obviously a good actor. Everybody knows this.
Yeah, but he was a little too much Batman and not enough John Connor.
He was a little too fucking Welsh, is what he fucking was.
Well, that too.
Well, goddamn. So, yeah. So Severance is back. It's fantastic. Feels like it hasn't missed a beat. The vibes are all there. Everything's great. Looking forward to the next episodes. We watched all of Squid Game season 2.
Okay, what do you think?
That was also fantastic.
Okay, my wife has been watching it. I haven't gotten a chance to get into it with her.
Did you watch the first season?
I did.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Then you will enjoy season 2.
Okay.
And I think the thing that's interesting about season 2 is that, like, I think it would have been very easy for them to just have, like, oh, he's back in the games again. And here's another season of that.
Right.
And there is that to an extent, but it's really not the focus of the season at all.
Sure, and you kind of have to.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, you kind of have to do that because you can't be like, Squid Game 2 has nothing to do with the Squid Games. Well, okay. So, yes.
Well, I mean, it does. It does.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, for someone to say, well, it's more the same Squid Game. Well, because the show is called Squid Game, right?
Yeah. It's entirely true. You know?
That's
But,
like, oh no,
yeah,
another Terminator movie. How dare it have Terminators in it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think the whole thing is, and for me and the wife, this actually kicked off a whole, we've been watching a lot of Korean shit right, lately. We watched Squid Game.
Season 3's coming out this year.
I know it's coming out this year. Yeah,
I tried.
I know.
I can't.
It's okay.
It's too messy.
Well, it's also right there.
It's too messy.
Anyway, yeah. How much of that did you hear?
I just... No.
Yeah. Okay. We watched another show, which was so much better than I ever could have anticipated, called The Killer Paradox. And I had actually talked about this at the beginning of last year because we'd actually started watching it and then we fell off of it. And holy shit, did we fall off at the exact, like, right after the next episode, like, everything went crazy in that show.
Okay.
Like, so I cannot say enough good things about The Killer Paradox, because it is, like, it starts off, like, the best way I can describe it without spoiling stuff is it starts off as a reverse Dexter-like show, and then morphs somehow into a superhero show that then morphs into, like, a government conspiracy show. And I'm just like, and it does it all super masterfully, and it has, like, super cinematic shots, and it does this really amazing thing with, it reminds me of, like, did you watch the show Lost?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it reminds me of a show that uses flashbacks, but it uses flashbacks very sparingly.
Okay.
To the extent that, is that car about to fall off the back of that fucking?
Oh, it's gonna fall.
Are you having a Final Destination moment?
We are having a bit of a Final Destination moment here, moving through Indiana. There's a Toyota Prius on the back of a fucking. On the back of a fucking shitty thing, and I don't see fuck all part. Well, there's one chain tied to a tire. It's like fucking half hanging off the fucking side of this dude's fucking truck.
So, why are you still behind it?
I don't know why Daniel's still behind it.
Daniel,
I don't have time.
don't do
to go
this to
into
us.
Everything that was wrong with that.
There's a lot wrong with that. I saw a lot wrong with that too, Daniel. It's very concerning.
Get out from behind the Prius and get behind the
Where
logging
behind?
truck.
No. That's the wrong call. Oh, damn it. Pretty sure there's another one of those movies coming out this year.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Anyways, Killer Paradox. It's on Netflix. I can't speak enough good things about it. It's super impressive how many genres it morphs into,
Mm-hmm.
and it all feels cohesive.
Okay.
Like it's good shit, and it like does that shit that like really good shows, and this is high praise, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I've only ever seen done in like Westworld, where it's like, oh shit, and they should like reveal information to you that was happening the whole time
Right.
that you didn't know was happening, but then when it's revealed, you're like, oh my god, that's fucking perfect. It does that like 8 fucking times.
Okay.
Series. And I'm like, holy shit, this is so good. And it's supposed to be getting a season 2, so I'm like, oh damn. Because it ends in such a way that's like super satisfying, and it's like, oh, I would be fine if that was the end of the show. But if they got more in the tank, I'm down for whatever they're willing to do. It's one of those kinds of things. So that's fantastic. Me and the wife started watching a show. I don't remember what it's called, but it's something like it's a rom-com. It's like a next door neighbors next door, some variation of a neighbor and door and next. But it's very cute. It's like a chick who's living in America and trying to make it successfully, and then she comes back home defeated, and then runs into like a childhood friend. And, like,
Oh, okay. So your typical Hallmark type movie, like Sweet Home Alabama, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, but as a TV show, and like the thing that I'm really getting from all of these Korean dramas and shows and stuff that we're watching is the thing that me and my wife both noticed is that the like tone, like if you look at like quote unquote live action stuff from Japan, it's like wacky and hokey and out there.
Right.
And you look at Korean live action stuff, and there's something that's so like American with like a dash of foreign to it. Like there's just a certain tone that they're capturing way the fuck better that like lands. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Kinda. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's really good because like there's like some of the things that like are like basic mundane stuff. It's like, oh yeah, that is totally relatable, like real shit for like couples and stuff over here, even though they're over in Korea doing Korean things. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
There's like
it's
almost
amazing when people watch something that's, you know, quote unquote foreign, and they're like expecting life to be different so much, and they're shocked when it's like, oh, Koreans have the same problems that we do with relationships. Like, what did you think? Like, they're still humans.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so we're doing that. Before I get into my movie, were you watching anything?
I just said Terminator Salvation. And then I've been,
Okay.
you know, like, my Rookie came back. So Rookie is 2 episodes into its new season. And so
Okay.
far, you
Still
know, more of the same.
Still good?
Still good.
Okay. How many seasons is that on now?
7?
Jesus. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of seasons. But fair enough. And then obviously we have to get to my favorite movie, 2024. Without a question, not even a question. Like if this were the Forkies, it would get the Forky from me. Is obviously Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is an absolute cinematic masterpiece, and everybody should fucking see it. Because it gave me everything, Nate.
Oh,
It
did
gave me everything. It did. It gave me everything I wanted, things I didn't know I wanted. It simultaneously was a great adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2, the video game. while also being different at the same time.
Okay.
Like it's like somebody took many of the key plot points and like the vibe of Sonic Adventure 2 and translated that somehow into a movie that's also new while being respectful to source material. Like it was so fucking good, Nate. Like, I can't say this. And if those who remember, way back on Fork, people might recall, I was actually a little disappointed in Sonic 2 the first time I saw it.
Sure.
And had conflicted feelings about it, and I went back to the theater, like, on my own at, like, midnight or something, and watched it in the dark, trying to process what exactly was different about that film. And, yeah. It's interesting, because we have 3 movies into this franchise. The 4th movie was already announced to be in production with a release date of 2027, which is interesting in its own right. But, man, if you had told me in, like, 2002, which I think is when Sonic Adventure 2 came out, that there would be a large-budget, high-quality movie where, like, Dr. Robotnik's being played by Jim Carrey, his grandpa's also being played by Jim Carrey, Idris Elba's Knuckles, and Keanu Reeves is fucking Shadow, I would have told you, you are fucking so high, and that would never happen. And yet here we are in some kind of bizarro land. And I say bizarro land as a diehard Sonic fan because it's like, everybody knows Sonic the Hedgehog gets shit on for his games of questionable quality. He gets shit on for his questionable media representations. All of the things. And last year, not only did Sonic the Hedgehog 3 crush The Lion King, Mufasa, or whatever the fuck it's called, at the box office, and Disney had to lie about it all over the place to the point where they got community checked like 18 fucking times by X and other box office reporters.
This fucking bridge. I hate this bridge so fucking much. I hate this fucking bridge.
Daniel just started erupting about hating this fucking bridge. Is this the bridge you're talking about that you hate?
Yes, because you gotta pay to go on the fucking bridge and you gotta pay to get off the fucking bridge.
That's so dumb.
I know, Chicago.
Oh, are we in Chicago now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Is Chicago in Indiana?
No, Illinois.
Oh, we're in Illinois now?
At some point we got there.
Oh.
We're not there yet. We're about to be.
We're not quite in Illinois?
Yeah, but
We're
welcome to short states, right?
Are we driving through Chicago?
Yeah. I told you this already.
Yeah, I think in the itinerary you sent me, you are driving.
See, look, we're not there yet. See, like,
we're not there.
This red line is the Illinois line.
Okay.
We're gonna go up this bridge.
So, do you want to?
I don't fucking know.
Does Daniel want to do a social experiment and find out what happens if you don't pay the toll to get off the bridge?
About this bridge.
Nate's asking if you want to do a social experiment and find out what happens if you don't pay the toll to get off the bridge.
Well, there's a gate, so I can't run through the gate. I don't got money to replace a gate.
Right. No, but I'd like.
I just want to know
what are they going to do?
You can't pay the toll to get off the bridge.
Right. What are they going to do? Tow you off
then,
the bridge?
You got to turn around, but then you got to pay the toll to get off the bridge.
But do you think they'll actually have you turn around?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking clue.
Nate's asking if you want to roll those dice.
I don't got time. I hate this bridge too fucking much to care. Like, they're like, build a bridge and get over it. You can't with this one unless you fucking pay twice.
Hey, that was a pretty good Christian Bale
Fuck you!
impression.
And your stupid fucking Prius. That was a little bit rude, but fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm okay.
You do not sound okay, Daniel.
I'm not okay.
Woosah. Jessica still driving?
Yes.
She's not a good city driver.
Neither is Sarah.
Well,
She's probably going to hear Sarah bitch about how the buildings are too tall and it's unnecessary. Which it is.
Okay.
To her. Yeah. I tried to explain to her that building up is cheaper than building out.
So Sonic 3.
Yeah, Sonic 3. Cinematic. It's just like the Sonic 3. Man, from the opening, like within the first 30 seconds of the film, you're like, oh, this is a totally different beast than 1 and 2 entirely. Like, the first thing that hits you right out of the gate is like, they're like, holy shit, this CGI is like kind of all sorts of incredible. And actually, a lot of people are mad about it, including VFX artists, because people are like, oh, fucking Fossa that takes place in a dry-ass fucking desert
Oh, you mean
with
like
fucking
Africa?
animals is not as good as rain physics in fake hedgehog's fur. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, Disney, with your bullshit. Yeah, it's, like, there's... The thing is like, I obviously love this universe. And it's like, the first 2 films, totally, like, they're good CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Not great CGI. They're not, like, hyper-realistic or anything like that. But, like, bruh, did we need water sim in hedgehog fur to the degree that, like, we're seeing, like, brows furrow and, like, the skin underneath it? Like, it's some fucking crazy shit. And you're just like, they went so hard on the animation in this film, not just from a stylistic standpoint, because we have everything from the Akira slide, we have Shadow with a gun, we have like an insane heist sequence wrecking parts of London
Maybe this will be the gateway to another Shadow the Hedgehog.
to frickin' space battles that are like so like intense and like awesome and like rad that it's like, man, we came so far from movie 1, which was like, hey, we need to go to San Francisco. That's the plot of the movie. That's it. That's the whole fucking plot.
Right.
We gotta go to San Francisco because we have to, you know? To like, oh yeah, no, we have like fucking Death Stars, and they blow up the moon at some point. They fucking shatter volcanoes. Like, it is crazy.
It sounds like some gun
It's
shit.
it's awesome.
It sounds like some gun shit.
Like, we have, you know, a lot of people didn't think that they were going to do Shadow and his gun because it was like a whole very controversial thing. When
I'm saying like
he was
GUN,
real.
like the agency.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of gun stuff
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the movie.
I know. But
Well, yeah, it's, you know,
like,
John
that
Wick.
sounds like a lot of gun shit, like
Yeah.
blowing up shit. That sounds like GUN.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a PG movie. You know, nobody expected, you know, him to just go and fucking ape shit with a gun against Sonic the Hedgehog.
Does he swear?
You know, yes, there's fucking swearing in this
Is
movie.
there? Is it the classic? Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves straight up does say "damn"
I'm not even surprised.
in this PG film. It's
Such a great person to
impressive.
voice Shadow, honestly.
Well, you know what else was
Honestly,
was surprisingly a PG-13 movie that I just recently watched as well? The latest RoboCop was a PG movie.
Fucking Skyline Breaks, fucking Skyline.
the new one.
Yeah, PG-13. I was like, huh?
Oh,
Okay.
Which is it? Because you swap between PG and PG.
Sorry, PG-13.
Yeah.
Insert card
So
or pay cash.
this is not a PG-13 movie.
It's just straight PG.
Processing.
Uh-huh.
It is a
Please wait.
straight PG movie. There are several deaths in the film,
Thank you.
You welcome.
and I'm just like, damn. Like they had deaths, they had heartstrings, they got all the pulls. Like, it is so good. And
I gotta wait. Short, stubby arm back here. I can't reach it.
and we've been over this in the past, that I have had qualms with the composer of this film franchise, Tom Holkenberg, also known as Junkie SL, who is 100% capable of great film scores, and Sonic 1 and 2 definitely are not great film scores.
Okay.
They are some fucking turned in by the books with just a handful of sprinkles of actual stuff, which I've said is a very common gripe. A lot of fans agree on this. It's like, you know, one of the most unshittable on things of the Sonic franchise is how tremendous all of their soundtracks are. Like, they have so many banger soundtracks in the last 30 years. Like, even if the game's crap, You know,
Right.
you could always rely on the fact that Sonic Team's Wavemaster Studios was going to knock it out of the park, because they always did. You know, and Tom certainly has had the chops, being Junkie XL, having done video games, having done great scores like Mad Max, even Batman v Superman, and Sonic 1 and 2. He turned into this fucking hokey, by the numbers. You know, probably did that shit on a weekend type score. And in this one, not only does he ratchet it up to 11, but this fucker turns Sonic tunes into leitmotifs throughout the whole film. And you're just like, so the whole time you're already vibing on Sonic music, which is what it fucking should have been from movie 1.
In Chicago.
We're in Chicago now?
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, this looks
And we're in Illinois.
This looks like Chicago.
There it is. There's a fucking bridge we just paid to go on.
Okay. I'm trying to see how much it looks like Watch Dogs, because that's my
Okay.
only reference for this city.
What is it, Lake Superior's over there?
Nate thinks that's hilarious.
Lake Michigan, sorry.
Because it's true, it's supposed to be pretty accurate. I've heard it's supposed to be very
Lake Michigan's over there.
city.
I don't know if
I
know
feel
it's
like
there.
I co-opted a car right here before I went across this bridge.
Did you have to pay a toll?
No,
Not
because in
realistic.
Watch Dogs, you fucking hack it with your phone.
Not realistic at all.
I love that your frame of reference for the
no, we're driving like
United
straight
States
through fucking
is
Chicago.
through video games.
I mean, why wouldn't it be, Nate? You're telling me Vice City's not a real place? I've been there.
Yeah, it's L.A.
Well, you're not even taking
It's just called
your
Miami.
trip today.
Oh,
You're
Miami.
not
Yeah,
gonna
sorry.
take pictures of Chicago
Yeah, yeah.
It's San Andreas.
With your trip.
Yeah, you are thinking San Andreas. Or Los Santos, as it's called in
Yes.
GTA 5.
It's okay.
Um,
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay, cool.
What-
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna.
wait, what am I doing?
You always know about your pictures and shit.
I don't know if I can do
Look,
it.
you see that fucking water out there?
Yeah.
It's Lake Michigan.
Jesus Christ, keep on the road!
I am.
You can't look while
Okay.
I'm looking. You're driving.
Yeah, it's Lake Michigan out there.
Oh my god.
Look, there's Chicago over there.
Oh no. I stopped the thing.
There it is. There's Chicago.
Fuck. I can't take pictures and be on the call. It's dumb. Oh, that's Chicago over there.
Yep.
Well, no, I want to take a photo of that because that's Chicago. Chicago. Are we going straight through it or are we going
Yeah,
around
we're going
it?
through Chicago.
Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, I know what it's doing. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Good fucking luck editing this shit, Nate. May this handheld recorder save you.
Hey, if you do my homework, I'll edit it for you.
What?
So you do my homework, I'll edit it for you.
Yeah? Daniel says if you do his audio homework, he'll edit it for us.
If I do what?
Look, now we gotta pay to get off the fucking bridge!
Jesus Christ.
Makes zero fucking sense!
Bro, I had new lights flash on this recorder
It's my recorder.
that I didn't know. I said this recorder.
I said it's mine.
I know.
So fuck off.
But I said that there was new lights flashing on this recorder.
Yeah, out of anger.
I know, but I didn't know there was lights down here by the stop button.
Look, and then they just rub it in your face. Hey!
Chicago Skyway Toll Bridge.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Bitches.
It is most ridiculous, that is for sure. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's...
For the fifth fucking time! Sonic the Hedgehog 3!
is peak cinema. I was pleased every single moment of the film.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him what happens if I can't pay.
Are you gonna ask him?
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna ask him. Be like, hey, just out of curiosity, like, what if I
All right,
can't?
well, we're on to this now because this is what's happening.
Nate wanted to know.
We'll get back to Sonic 3 in a second.
Let's take time.
Maybe.
Christ.
Nate wanted
Maybe
to
we
know.
will.
I wanna
Maybe we
know
will.
why.
Oh, we will. We will, Nate.
We're gonna find out.
We will.
Like, what if I can't afford? Like, what if I can't pay to get off the bridge? Like, what do I do?
Yeah, ask this guy. Tell him to speak in the mic.
I'm not doing that. I'm not having.
You're not
him-
gonna
I'm
shove
not,
this?
I'm not having him
You're not
speak.
gonna shove this fucking troll.
No, I'm not gonna
in
have him
his
speak into
mic?
a furry gooch ball.
Okay. Very good. Okay, we're next in line. Here we go. What's happening?
Are we finding out
wait
what
till-
the answer would be?
Yeah,
How's it going?
we're finding out.
Out of curiosity, if somebody can't pay to get off the bridge, what do y'all do? I don't want that. All right, that's it, and then I just get to go. If I don't, I thought you was gonna like lay down the hammer. That's it. You just get a fucking ticket. You just get a toll violation.
Just get a toll violation.
Man, ain't that some shit? I thought they was gonna like.
See, you could have gone through without that ticket.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, Illinois has a turnpike, and all their shit's done through an app, and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, for real.
So if you can't pay the toll, you pay the fine.
All right, we did it. We made it. Continue
Yep.
on. Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah, back to Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Fucking topic's about to be as long as the goddamn movie.
It is. It's so good. It's so good. Really, Keanu Reeves lays out a tremendous performance as Shadow. And I want to state that specifically for Keanu Reeves. Because I did have a chance over holiday break to play Shadow X Generations and play the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 level in which Keanu Reeves does voice him. And as much as I love Keanu, that is the absolute ass performance. Absolute terrible. Sounded like it was recorded on a weekend
Right.
at a fan convention and somebody asked him to do it. He said, sure.
Probably was.
Like the differences between that and his actual performance in the movie are 10,000%
Sure.
difference in effort.
Well, it almost sounds like, with Keanu and with Junkie XL and everything, you get what you pay for,
Yeah.
and they put the money
maybe.
into the movie.
I mean, the counterpoint to that in regards to Tom Hulkenberg and Junkie XL is, I will say compared to the first two films, there did seem to be a lot more synthesized orchestra elements,
Yeah.
which are not necessarily welcome. But the thing about it, and I've said this from the beginning, is that Crush 40's Live and Learn song, which is perhaps one of the most iconic songs in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Not only does it play in the movie, but it plays in a different method as like an alternate version of the theme, as like the villain theme of Shadow, and it's sprinkled throughout the movie. So then by the time it hits the climax and like the full song kicks in, you're just like, you've been hearing it already for like an hour and a half. You just didn't know it unless you're a huge nerd like me.
Right.
And so when it hits, the amount of... There's a video online of a Supersonic fan. Somebody's sitting behind him, actually. And the moment hits, at the end of the movie, the last 20 minutes, of like a dude crying, jumping out, and freaking out in his seat, like just gesticulating everywhere. That I cannot confirm nor deny that may or may not be me in that video. And everybody else in the fucking audience is going, who the fuck is this wacko freaking out in his seat? But yeah, against all odds, like they crushed it. They delivered. It's not a 1-to-1 recreation of Sonic Adventure 2, as I've said, which it's probably for the better for, to be totally honest. Because there's a lot of shit that happens in that video game, and there's a lot of characters that they have not introduced yet that would have made that it overstuffed and jarring had they shot. Well, I mean, they did shoot the moon, literally, in this film, but you know what I mean. Had they gone that far, they still did it in a respectable way. They still introduced characters in a respectable way. The after credits teaser that fucking everybody online has already seen at this point, because fucking day one that shit leaked like a motherfucker.
Sure.
Yeah, the after credits thing was pretty fucking stupendous, and everybody is extremely pleased with that shit. It's an amazing movie. It's supposedly out on digital on the 21st, which is pretty fucking fast.
Okay.
Considering it only came out on
Well,
like the 20th.
digital for rent or digital for streaming? Just like free.
Digital for purchase.
Okay. Fuck that.
It's worth every penny.
No, I'm not paying for a license to stream a movie that I won't own in a month because they decide to take it off the service.
Yeah, but at least it's Paramount. Paramount hasn't fucked with our rights like that. Yet.
Yeah.
Yet would be the provocative term,
We are
of
not
course.
talking about the shutout while the game is still going.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so that's maybe too much about Sonic 3 and tolls at Chicago. Where are we at in this podcast? What are we doing? What are we talking about?
We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes, and we have exhausted all
Okay.
4 topics.
Oh, we did all 4 topics already.
Yeah, we did all 4
I
topics.
see. What's the giant tower there with the 2 white horns, Daniel?
Chicago.
That's the Chicago Tower?
I don't fucking know. That's Chicago.
Well, I know it's Chicago.
Is that the
But
Sears
I
Tower?
don't fucking know, dude. I don't live here.
Sears Tower? Is that what it is?
It's
It's
fucking.
by far the tallest tower in the city.
It's fucking
Probably.
Sauron.
What does it look like?
It does look. It looks like the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, that's the Sears Tower.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Or sorry, that's the the
It
Sears
looks like
Tower.
Sauron. Yeah, it's
Sears Tower. That's what it is. This highway feels so much like the highway going into Seattle.
Yeah.
Like I'm having deja fucking vu right now.
Hmm.
Like for real.
Yeah.
So I guess. But Chicago's bigger, though, right? Like it's way bigger.
No.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Way more crime.
No.
Well, yes, way more crime for sure. Obviously. All right.
Not Trotter.
No, we already covered Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Daniel. We're not going back. Because, given that it's already 2025, I'll only go back a couple, maybe half a dozen times.
Sonic the Hedgehog
More.
4.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 coming in 2027. Jesus. So I don't know, Nate. Do we want to cover more things? Do you want to hear as we're going through fucking Chicago and if any more craziness happens while we're doing the show, or what do you want?
No, I think we should quit while we're ahead.
Quit while we're ahead before we get shot, mugged, and maimed and raped in Chicago?
Or we run out of batteries or some other technical difficulty or signal. Like, we've gotten away with
True.
Got illegal
more
protection.
than I expected we were going to.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to carry in the state.
we still got 2 bars.
Yep.
Let's not get fucking pulled over, idiot. Yep. I see Chicago.
I saw on.
We're on I-90. Oh, look at that. I-90.
Nice.
Familiar name to all of us on the call here.
Not Marie, no.
Krispy Kreme donuts at McDonald's. What the fuck is that a thing? Bro, I just saw a billboard for Krispy Kreme donuts at McDonald's. What the fuck? Chicago out here being different, y'all.
Yep.
Oh, hey, that looks like one of the famous stadiums, right? That's the Chicago
Cubs.
Cubs State baseball stadium over there. Okay, here we go. Cool. I'm just gonna keep going, Nate. You're gonna have to stop me. Like this is
It's called Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field.
Yes.
It says it's the Rate Field now.
White Sox.
A what?
apparently.
Chicago White
It says
Sox.
the Rate Field.
Yeah, that's for the Chicago White Sox.
Rate Field for the White Sox.
Yeah.
No, that's what everything says here.
Chicago has 2 teams. I think they got the Cubs and the White Sox.
Oh,
You
hold
have the
on.
Cubs and the White
Let's see.
Sox. Nate's begging to differ. He's a sports.
Yeah,
ball
you
guy.
yes,
Huh?
you have the Cubs and the White Sox.
Pretty sure it's Chicago Cubs.
They do
and
have the
White
Cubs and the White Sox. Okay, Daniel's right. That's right.
Sox. They got 2 baseball fields and then the Bears
Hey,
football stadium.
hey, look at that. Our their signs look like our signs in Washington.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that's weird. I don't like that.
What the fuck just happened to your maps?
I don't know. I just did that. Chicago.
Why are they white?
Chicago.
What the hell? That's weird.
I'll tell you, Chicago.
Chicago reasons. There you go. Just rambling on. Nate's just letting us go because he thinks this is the funniest fucking shit ever. There's,
It is quite amusing.
Pharaoh's Italian beef. Or meat? Beef. Meat?
It's Wisconsin. We go to Wisconsin.
Meat,
I
meat-
don't
Right
want to
here.
go to Wisconsin.
That's okay. There's
Meat
no
is meat.
fucking cheese there.
What do you mean there's no cheese? in
Spent all
Wisconsin?
goddamn day driving through Wisconsin, didn't see anything for fucking cheese. My parents drove through Wisconsin, they were in Wisconsin, stopped for cheese, no fucking cheese.
It's ridiculous.
Bunch of fucking liars, Wisconsin. Out there hiding their cheese from us.
Hiding the cheese.
Hiding the cheese. Big cheese is out here trying to get us.
Big cheese. Plenty of room for the socks. Southwest. Nope. I do not want to fly Southwest. Southwest can eat a dick. Terrible. Don't recommend it. Nate's laughing because he knows it's fucking true.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the only way to get in and out of L.A. Inexpensively.
I'll tell you, Jessica, honestly.
Oh,
There's only
okay.
so much I can do here.
I've flown to LA and Alaska several times. Maybe it was expensive. I don't know.
Well, no, that's because you're coming from up there. Like,
To LA.
Alaska's really the only way you can get
Oh,
up
but
and
if
down
I'm
the
flying
coast.
out,
Yeah.
okay.
Southwest does have
Some
decent
cool
fares and
buildings.
decent planes. It's not like flying Spirit Airlines.
So this is just it. We're like passing Chicago by it like it's a miniature to our right. That's what we're doing. What do you mean no? Are we looping back into the city? What? Who fucking built this fucking highway?
Chicago.
Ah. Now it's starting to come together. Chicago. Fucking whack ass fucking highway. I feel like you need to be a little more easier on the brakes. You're gonna give Jessica a fucking panic attack back there.
She's back there far enough.
Yeah, she's back there far enough because you're fucking wicking around on the brakes like a fucking madman.
That's good. She should be back there far enough because if I got a merge,
Sure, she grew up in L.A. She should be able to keep up with your truck.
Yep, got some t-shirts, clutter storage. Chicago for learning. Oh, nope, the board. They got digital billboards here. That shit changed. How do we not have digital billboards?
also they got
in
newer
Seattle?
brakes than I have, so they're fine.
Yeah, that's true. You did their brakes before you left. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take another picture of Chicago and fuck with this recording. Nate's like, God damn it! Listen, Nate. When's the next time I'm gonna be in Chicago?
Never.
And it's fine, because you're going to be using your audio and this thing, probably. Goddamn clutter thing. There we go. Chicago. Chicago. How do you say Chicago? I talk about the Bears. Isn't that a thing? Chicago Bears?
Chicago Bears is the football team.
I guess
Football
we got
team?
four.
Chicago Bears.
See, we're looping back into it.
Oh, we are looping back into it. How about that? 60 years. We're all a little dark. Wow. I'm just reading signs now, Nate. You're going to have to stop me because I'm not going to stop.
Let me give him a minute.
We got Star Leasing Company. You know what I'm noticing about the buildings, though? Yeah, oh, Jesus.
Well, and on that
I
note,
see the
that'll do it for this episode, and we will catch you on the next one.
Yep.
Get forked.
Yeah, get forked if I die. Daniel did it, and I got killed in Chicago.
And I'll do it again!
Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
This is Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, Arrival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, Arrival by author Tim K. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99.
Yeah, sure. He'll just fucking be ambient noise. So, okay, so I'm in a car. I'm in a captive audience. So whenever you want to roll, Nate,
Yeah, I'll be left.
I am ready to fucking roll. Apparently,
I can be your soundboard.
I've got power.
Are we doing all the
Good.
sound drops and everything, or am I just going to add those in post?
It's entirely your prerogative. I have no way to do any of that stuff in post. I might have a iCloud folder somewhere, but whatever you want to do. You're a big boy producer this time.
Oh, okay. I will just add all that stuff in.
Yeah.
Post.
Or we could try to like just make up the fucking song as we go, like you know, like the yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. So there you go.
Okay, I'm assuming one of you has a Discord open.
It's gonna have to be you because I'm on a phone call.
Oh, you can't do both on that fancy phone of yours?
No, I can, but I'm also holding this fuzzy ass thing, and I'm trying to keep the thing from going up my fucking nostrils, Nate.
I told you to put it right here.
And there's a donut here that has my name on it, and coffee, and I've got a brisket bowl between my legs.
Okay,
Nate, my hands are fucking full.
Put the fucking thing right here. Put the microphone right here.
No, I'm gonna talk into it like this.
All right, well, you talk into your fucking pubic testicle.
All right, pulling up the Discord.
You talking to those pubes?
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Wait, what happened to my coffee?
What's that?
Oh, you changed. Okay, I see. Noted. Thank you. All right, are we ready to roll, Nate?
Yeah, as soon as I can find my Discord.
Okay. For the record, because I can see it, you'll be getting a .wave file from this field recorder.
Okay.
The other ones are MP3s. I only deal in wave.
That's gross that it records an MP3. Why the
It-
fuck would you record an MP3?
Smaller data file size.
I mean,
Smaller
yeah,
file
but
size.
wave is still really efficient.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It also goes between the stereo and not stereo.
Yeah, I figured with the LNR. I guess there's a battery indicator. That's full. It probably shouldn't take much power. I don't know. Well, we're gonna fucking find out.
I've used it a few times. Hopefully the SD card holds out.
Good point. I assume it'll say something at some point.
It'll probably just stop.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Oh, the recorder, when it starts running out of space, it'll say something?
Well, he doesn't know. He's only used it for what it's supposed to be used for, which is a field recording, which is smaller chunks of audio. It's got a full size SD card in it, and it's running off of 2 AA batteries right now.
Oh
Right
my
off of,
god.
we only used it to make like.
So we're gonna.
Fully sounds.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be, Nate. This is the kind of show. You want to do a show? We're doing a show. Are you ready on your end yet?